Hello, all you wonderful people. I'm in the forest right now, walking the dog again. And new day, new subject, new vlog. So, today we've got an interesting subject. I've been seeing this title blowing up the last couple of months. I think it started probably like 3 or 4 months ago. All the people tired of working their 9 to 5s, looking for financial freedom and a way out of the matrix, out of the slave system. And rightfully so. I mean, every human being deserves to have a fulfilling life, purposeful life, which isn't some kind of slave job or just slaving away with everything that's wrong with this financial system and the way we grew up, no matter from which country you are. Big fact, most countries in the world, even the rich ones, even there, like big majority of people live paycheck to paycheck. They don't really have any savings that they can rely on in emergencies or if they want to accomplish some amazing goals. So yeah, and of course sometimes well, most of the time the people and their mentality and their consumer mentality is also part of the problem, and that's on everyone to fix themselves, but also just our money system, the fiat standard, and how big banks and central banks work. You know the deal. It's hard to get out of the rat race and get free from the wage cage, break free of the wage cage. Yeah. But I just wanted to say, it's nice to dream big. It's nice to have your goals in mind and visualize and manifest them. It's super important, like really, really important. But at the same time, just as important is also don't get caught up, people. Don't get caught up in some dreams and what other people tell you. Mostly people are just grifting or trying to sell you a course or trying to be your life coach. You might think I'm doing that right now, but I'm just giving an advice and I'm not asking anything in return. And I'm just happy and thankful if people listen and watch my videos. Yeah, I mean, it's great to visualize, have a goal, have a target you're trying to achieve, but at the same time, you also have to go through some hardship. The big lesson here is work smarter, not harder. Don't try to be average, because if you're just trying to be average, you're probably not going to make it. Find a way, and at the same time also know that you're going to have to face some hardship and maybe a few years of actually having a slave job and working your ass off just to maybe, build something up that can get you financially free and better your future. I've been working at it for 5 years, and the first 2 years were really shit. I lost a lot of money learning how to trade. I didn't even buy any courses. I learned everything for free on the internet, on YouTube, on reading books. Well, not completely for free, but at a very, very low cost. And how I lost most of the money was trading it away and making bad investments. And after 2 years of losing money, thankfully I never started with much at the beginning because I knew I was probably going to lose most of it. And that's a really wise decision. After 2 years it started going uphill, and third year wasn't great, but it wasn't bad either. It was pretty neutral. And then the fourth and fifth year, it was completely the opposite. It was going better and better, and it's been going better since. And I'm at the point where I'm actually making quite some money every year. And I kept my job. I kept the job during those full 5 years, knowing very well I couldn't just quit my job and live a dream without even having anything to show for it, any proof or any savings or anything. So I was basically working my ass off 100%. I didn't reduce my job or anything. That's what I also recommend anyone. so that you can still build up some money and pay your bills on time. Don't build up any debt. And at the same time, in your free time, just work what you're trying to achieve, right? Put in the work. Know that you're gonna have a few years where you're slaving away, plus also sacrificing your free time and vacation. Maybe not going on vacation, not going out much, not seeing many friends, just to build up your future. But it's well worth it in the end. And if you can do that for a few years and you're starting to see some success, don't give up, keep on it, keep at it. And yeah, and only start to consider like becoming financially free and quitting your job as soon as you've seen results for at least a year or two, and consistently. And or else you're just going to shoot yourself in the foot. You're just going to quit way too early, get really happy and hyped up, and then after maybe like you'll probably survive like half a year or a bit less, maybe 3 or 4 months, and you'll start to slowly realize painfully that that you're not making enough money and you're actually spending more than you're making, and that you've got reserves and those are going to get used up in a few months or a year's time. And if you don't change anything by then and it doesn't get better, it's just going to get worse. And maybe after 3 or 4 months you're going to realize, fuck, I've only got 1 or 2 months that I can continue jobless, traveling the world, going somewhere where it's cheap, abroad. And after those 1 or 2 months that are going to probably be super stressful than ever, because you see the money slipping away and the dream fading away, you're going to realize that, hey, now I have to go work again, start the whole thing back. Yeah, from the starting position. Just go and get a job, and then you'll be working again. Maybe you'll still have a side hustle that brings you money, but I see way too many people with like, I don't know, $10,000, $20,000 in savings or whatever currency you have, and like maybe a side hustle that brings them a few $100 or $1,000 per month, and they think they've made it, they've done it. They've only seen the money for a few months, and then they think, yeah, I'm gonna quit my job, I'm gonna go. And yeah, maybe it's gonna do them some good in the short term. They probably needed it, and their mental health will probably get better the first few months. But after, if you can't sustain that life, even if you go abroad, somewhere like Thailand or something where it's way cheaper to live, but you notice that your life savings are slowly fading away, you're just gonna fuck yourself and have to start all over again in a few months' time, which is gonna probably be super depressing, super stressy. And then you're probably gonna end up looking for a job that's even shittier than the one you had before, because you're gonna have stress and pressure to get a job as quickly as possible. And if you do, or if you don't, well, you don't have that many options, and employers are probably also gonna notice that and try and use you. So I encourage everyone to chase their dreams, believe in themselves, work smarter, not harder. Find a side hustle, try and make it your main hustle, your main money maker, your bread maker. But don't quit too early. Don't get trapped in this cycle of just like, yeah, getting influenced by people to just make, well, what would start off as something positive and something good for you just ends up being something super negative. Really believe in yourself, but at the same time, only pull the trigger once you're ready. And I think everyone deserves to have a nice and fulfilling life. So I hope I can inspire some people, and also other people can inspire themselves and others. And it's just a cycle that goes on. And make smart decisions, guys. Nowadays, it's a digital era. Like CTO Larson would say, era digitalis, the digital era. And he's on point. Like, there's so many ways to make money. So many ways to make money in a digital way. It doesn't even have to be something physical nowadays. Back 20 years ago, people would think, I have to invent some kind of product, I have to manufacture something physical and sell it to the masses, and It would be a whole process. Nowadays there are so many ways and so many good ways. None, some are better than the others, but I mean, at the end of the day, if you can just live off of it and live financially free and happy, it doesn't matter in which field you are, what way you make your money, digitally or even still physically. There are so many possibilities. Have an open mind, be positive, stay positive every single day, attract positivity and love, and spread also positivity and love. It's giving and taking at the same time. It goes hand in hand. And yeah, I'm gonna share this beautiful view with you guys. Well, the vines weren't hiding everything. Also some beautiful grapes. It's gonna give some nice wine. So, most people will probably rather die than work their whole lives a 9 to 5. Except some people who kind of accept that slave mentality, or have just been brainwashed and conditioned so hard that it's all they know. But at the same time, you have to do something to deserve it. I know it's not fair. Some people actually don't work that hard or haven't put that much brain effort into what they've achieved, and they've become rich and still have a lot of money flowing in every month. And others have worked their ass off, have tried multiple times, have failed and failed and failed, tried different routes, worked smarter every time, and they're still fucked, sadly. But don't give up. And that just builds your character, builds your possibilities, opens up so many doors. Stay positive, guys, and anyone can make it. Find your way, blaze your own path. You can do it. Guys, just do it one last time. Have a wonderful day, people. Bye-bye.